every terrifying presence dialogue in Fallout New Vegas? Let's go.
What in the god... You? How could you be... Oh, Swank, you finky bastard. You got a crazy drop on me, baby, but you don't want to kill me. We should be working together. Cash me out of this mess.
Sorry about that. Just because I love them doesn't mean some of them aren't assholes.
We heard Veronica talking with the Elder. We won't stand for this. No. No!
You were kidding just now when you said that thing about the Codex, right?
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. The kings of Freeside are cooperating with the NCR now, which frees up soldiers to defend the dam. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking? Praetorians, to me!
You just walked into the wrong camp, my friend. Hand over everything you've got and we might let you live. Run!
Welcome back. What can I get you? Now, why would I want to do that? His performances make me quite a lot of money. I suppose that's a very compelling negotiating stance. Fine. The contract is yours. I hope you choke on it.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
What the fuck are you looking at? Whoa, simmer down. Head over to Brimstone. I'll have him find you there.
What the hell are you looking at, punk? Oh yeah? F off, asshole. Shit, you're crazy.
Hey, man. Can you spare a few caps? Whoa, yeah. I guess the Garrett sent you after me? Look, I've got the caps right here. Just don't hurt me. Oh, God. Help! Help!
This is a restricted area. State your business. Jesus, you're a real goddamn psycho. This is a restricted area. State your business. Or you're a Legion spy trying to infiltrate our perimeter. Give me one good reason I should let you through. Jesus, you're a real goddamn psycho.
As I live and breathe, Rose of Sharon Cassidy, the late Rose of Sharon Cassidy, was hoping you were on that caravan I massacred. But Crimson Caravan and Van Graffs won't need to worry about you anymore. Mojave's ours, and we're shutting you down for good. You know what? I think you mean that. All right. Maybe...
Have you come to Nelson seeking your death, profligate? Brothers, help! Have you come to Nelson seeking your death, profligate? The Legion will decide that, profligate, not you. Will you go before my Decanus for judgment or be killed where you stand? Brothers, help!
Better be careful around these parts. I hear there's powder gangers around and dangerous for merchants like me. Huh? Didn't know there were women powder gangers. Oh well, the NCR will still give me a nice bounty for your corpse. Like I'd hang around to find out.
Don't worry. I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these degenerates. It's useful that you happen by. I want you to witness the fate of the town of Nipton, to memorize every detail. And then, when you move on, I want you to teach everyone you meet the lesson that Caesar's Legion taught here, especially any NCR troops you run across. Legionaries, we have a problem.
They hardly know us.
You don't give up, do you? Oh God, help us! Another kill to my name! Carl sends his regards. Ah!
The Ranger vets are on their way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I've heard they chew nails and spit napalm. Hey, can't you see I'm busy here? Nah, I'm just kidding. This has to be the most worthless patrol duty on the whole base. They never attack this gate. They just put me back here because they don't think I can handle anything else. My reputation precedes me, I see. I pulled a few pranks in my time. No kidding, what'd you cook up? Holy Christ, get away from me! Hey, can't you see I'm busy here? Nah, I'm just kidding. This has to be the most worthless patrol duty on the whole base. They never attack this gate. They just put me back here because they don't think I can handle anything else. Really? That's great. I was getting so sick of this. Holy Christ, get away from me!
Hold up there. This area is locked down by the NCR military until we can dislodge some Legion snakes from Nelson. My apologies, but that name and face ain't ringing the old school bell upstairs. Afraid I can't let you through until the situation is resolved. Hey, hold on. Just so you know, if you go down into that camp, one of two things is gonna happen. Either that little head of yours is gonna sail into the Colorado courtesy of a Legion machete, or they're gonna try to make friends with you. And if I find out you're friends with the Legion, I'll put a lump of lead through your skull as soon as you pop it back up over the ridge. Are we clear? Son of a bitch!
What was that for?
Over here! Come on! No!
Did you see that? That crazy bitch just attacked me out of nowhere. No, none at all. We've been traveling together since I picked her up a few days ago, and she's been friendly this whole time. We'd actually been flirting a little when she suddenly pulled a gun out and began yelling at me to hand my caps over. Now that I think of it, though, she laughed when I threw her my money. I think what she really wanted was my Lucky Charm necklace. Yeah, every once in a while you can find a cap with a blue star on it. They're pretty rare, so I started collecting them. Once I had enough, I made a necklace out of them, since I thought they were lucky. Yeah, sure. Here you go. Just don't hurt me.
Watch out! Did you see that? That guy was gonna kill me. What? This? He stole this from me at gunpoint. Lucky for me, he got distracted and I got a chance to draw on him. It's a necklace that I made out of these special caps. You ever see any caps with a blue star on them like these? Oh, then you know how rare they are. I'm just glad they're back where they belong. You can never be too careful these days. Hey, it's you again. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? So what if I did? What are you gonna do about it? Here. You can have the damn necklace. Just leave me alone. Watch it! Sucker!
Now, if you're wanting to know a little bit more about the Terrifying Presence perk and how exactly to activate it, the rest of this video is definitely for you. To get the Terrifying Presence perk, you're going to have to at least be level 8 and have a whopping 70 points put into speech. And the perk will make enemies flee for 5 seconds after leaving the dialogue, which can be very helpful to make sure that you always get the first shot off. Now, to activate the perk, sometimes you have to have some very unique circumstances. For the Benny dialogue, this one can be activated when you first confront Benny at the Tops and he asks about your survival in Goodsprings. For the Brotherhood of Steel Paladins, during the quest I Could Make You Care, after the second failed conversation with the Elder, as you leave, you will be confronted by these Paladins. Now, this can either happen outside of the bunker or at the Followers Outpost, depending on what choices you made for Veronica. For the Caesar dialogue, when you first meet him, for the quest Render Unto Caesar, you can make the very ballsy decision to threaten him in his home turf. For the Powdergangers one, you can find Chavez during the quest I Fought the Law, in which the Powderganger leader Eddie will send you out to kill him. And he's just a little bit ways off the prison, so he's not too hard to find. One of the most egregious uses of the Terrifying Presence perk has to be in the Dead Money DLC. During the quest Mixed Signals, where you're trying to get Christine to her proper place so you can activate the gala event, you can slightly threaten her to get into the elevator, which she is deathly afraid of because of her extreme claustrophobia because of her past trauma. For James Garrett, you're going to have to be doing the quest Talent Pool, and during this quest, you are sent out to find entertainers for the Tops, and one of them is Hadrian, who is currently under contract at the Atomic Wrangler Casino, and you can use the Terrifying Presence perk to get Hadrian out of his contract. For the Gomorrah dialogue, during the quest How Little We Know when you are trying to find Gacino, you can use this dialogue option to threaten the floor manager about Gacino's whereabouts. For the character Greasy Johnny, during the quest Someone to Watch Over Me, you are sent to the Vegas sewers to evict Greasy Johnny for Crandon. Now for the ghoul Grecks, I do feel a little bit bad about this one. During the quest Debt Collector, where you are obtaining the debts for the Garrett twins, you are sent after the ghoul Grecks, and the Terrifying Presence perk doesn't kick in until after you already collected the debt, where you just add more suffering to this poor man. For the Helios One dialogues, as you approach, you will be stopped by Lieutenant Haggerty, and depending on your speech options, you can either get one of the two dialogue options. To get the dialogue option for Jean Baptiste, during the quest Birds of a Feather, where you are told to bring Cass to the Silver Rush, you'll be given the option, in my opinion, to have one of the most badass lines in all of Fallout New Vegas history. As you approach Nelson and you do not have a vilified reputation with the Legion, a Legion Explorer will stop you, and depending on your dialogue choices, you'll be given one of the two Terrifying Presence options. Now for the Water Merchant, a lot of people might miss this guy because they don't do the quest for the Powdergangers, but if you are siding with the Powdergangers, Eddie will give you a quest where he wants you to go and check out this Water Merchant. It turns out the Water Merchant was secretly a bounty hunter, and he's just really bad at his job. Now for the Vulpes one, a lot of people might not ever get the chance to use this because it requires you to be level 8 and have 70 points into speech by the time you get to Nipton, but if you do have the perk when you first meet Vulpes, you will be given this option. Now there are also two other instances where you can encounter the Legion and use this perk, and this is during the quest Oh My Papa, where you try to convince the Great Khans to no longer work with the Legion. Carl, the legionary who is in Red Rock Canyon, will send some legionaries out to confront you. And I think this occurs twice, so you will get 2 options to use this perk. There's also a Terrifying Presence speech check with Carl, but I believe it's bugged because I could never get it to activate. But basically, after you dealt with the previous legionaries, Carl would have confronted you, and you would have been given this option. Send your whole damned legion if you want, I'll water the desert with their blood, in which he would have responded, no. You will also get 2 more options to use this during the quest I Put a Spell on You. When you are working with the Legion, you can talk to Private Pvt Crenshaw and frame him for the monorail's destruction, and depending on your options, you'll get 2 different choices. And for Ranger Milo, this one just occurs as you approach Nelson, so nothing too special there. And the last 2 big ones are as you approach Nipton. Depending on who is the winner of the gunfight, it can either be Thomas or Jacqueline, you will be given an option for dealing with either one of them. Now, there are a couple other Terrifying Presence checks that are not technically in the game due to a missing check, and one of these is with the Top's Floor Manager. If you didn't know, you can get kicked out of a casino for winning too much, and once you have done that, the Top's Manager will come up and say, hey, you gotta go, in which you would have been given the option, try to throw me out and you'll be leaving in pieces, in which he will respond, Jesus Christ. The other one that I could not get to activate is going to be from Silas. He is the legionary that they have in Camp McCarran, and I believe this one would have been activated if you were siding with the Legion and you confronted Silas. Your option would have been, but not to me. I'll sever your head and carry it with me always. A message to would-be traitors, in which he would have responded, no, stay away from me. So that is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and an extra special thanks to my Patreons who get videos early and are just simply the best. We got Brian Hahn, Person, Dirty Dan, Fat Lucky Potato, Icy Storm, B-Rad the Man, Giovanni Diaz, Ortegate Burgos, Dr. Dopey, Mayall, G-Daddy Smackdown, Forg, Ty Mulan, and Henry Heiberg. If you'd like to be a Patreon supporter, link is down there below in the description. That's it. Leave.